lack of action, which lead to poor or no results at all. Okay? So if there's anything that you take away from this lesson, take away the fact of understanding how important it really is to believe in yourself, and that believing in yourself is a choice. It's not something that everybody's going to be born with. It's a decision you make, and each day you act in accordance to that decision that you've made. So what I want to talk about now that we've talked about self-belief is letting your environment dictate your eating decisions. This is one of the biggest things that people come across, especially when you're starting off with trying to lose weight. And I put this little quote in there: circumstances do not make the man, they only reveal him to himself. So, especially like around the holidays, people talk about how they don't know if they can lose weight. It's a bad time because they have to go to this party and that party, and there's this and that. And reality is, if you want to stay overweight, you let situations and environment dictate your decisions and your eating. But if you want to lose weight and you want to keep the weight off that you lose, you need to make the best decisions possible in any given situation, meaning that you become resourceful. You start looking at situations differently. You don't look at a situation and only see the food that's there. You think, what can I make from this food to fit what I'm eating right now? So what this does is it changes how you look at things. It takes you from being in a scarcity mindset of, oh, there's not enough choices, I can't figure out what to eat, I can't, to a place of abundance where you're like, wow, how can I create the situation that I need to align me with my goals right now? So basically, it's just kind of realizing what kind of control and power you do have over yourself and your life and your surroundings. And then each time you do that, you build up more and more trust in yourself until eventually you don't even think, when you enter a situation like this, you don't even think about Thanksgiving coming up. It doesn't even cross your mind, when before it might have just filled you with all this anxiety. So I want to distinguish the difference between a reaction and a decision when it comes to food. A reaction. You go to a restaurant and you finish your entire plate simply because you paid for the food. A decision, when you're trying to lose weight, would be eating slowly and boxing up the rest of your food when you're satisfied, because you're deciding and you're just making a small decision that aligns with a big decision you made previously, which was to lose weight, right? A reaction is something you don't think about. You just do it automatically. And it's typically the easy thing to do, right? It's what you're programmed to do. Eating slowly and being mindful of what you're doing and being conscious of the fact that you have made another decision is making a decision. So another reaction. Having cake and wine for your friend's birthday because it's normal and you don't want to miss out. So FOMO to the max, fear of missing out. A decision in that situation would be passing up the cake and wine for your friend's birthday, because nobody actually cares if you eat the cake and drink the wine. They care about you being there in your presence. So you don't need to associate an event with food and drinking. That's not... Like, if you go to an event like this sober and don't eat the cake and don't enjoy it, that kind of tells you something, right? Because you don't need food and you don't need to be, under the influence to enjoy a situation. Another reaction. Eating all the samples at Costco when you go shopping because they were free. And believe me, I hear this one all the time. People tell me, I stuck to my diet, but then, dang it, on Sunday I went to Costco to go grocery shopping and, those damn free samples got me. And honestly, that used to be a pastime with me and my dad. We used to go to Sam's Club, and he joked that that was, our dinner on Sunday nights. So I understand how it goes. But I got to a point where I was like, there's no scarcity of food in this world, and just because something's sitting out and it's free does not mean I need to eat it. There's free food in the trash can, there's free food sitting on the side of the street, but it doesn't mean I need to eat it. I'm not a bird. I'm not in lack of food. Reaction. Constantly overeating every time you go out to a restaurant, which is very, very common. A decision would be ordering a food that aligns with your goals, because you tomorrow, so your future self, will feel good and look good and have more self-efficacy because of that decision.